Okay, so I'm gonna try Bant Planeswalkers. Um, just to see how it goes. To be honest, this is actually quite different in the sense that like the Bant Planeswalker deck that was played at the Pro Tour, like did not feature main deck Fleece main line, and it definitely did not feature main deck Brimaz. However, my feeling is that Chapin has nailed it in terms of aggressiveness, and I wanted to try a version of the deck that's a little more aggressive and that could make more use of a Johnny. What I'm starting to realize is that means Kiora is a little less good, which is interesting. Now, the downside is I don't really have enough ticks to get a second Ajani, which has been embarrassing. So I have Dictative Heliod instead, which I think is actually well positioned right now. So I want to try to see how it goes. Give me a second to readjust the mic. There we go. Okay, so the daily's about to start in like 3 minutes. Um, Basically, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm pretty convinced that the shell of Fleece Main Lion, Brimaz, and 4-drop, maybe I need a second Pelucranos here, is going to be hard to counterattack too easily. Um, you still have the Carotid and Corsair Crewfix shell as well to help. Because we're testing, I have some spicy tech. So we have the one-off War Spheres. It's worth noting against the control decks that I am boarding out Carotids in some situations. So this War Spheres may end up being dead if I'm boarding out all the Carotids. I may end up just boarding out, say, 2 of them, which gives me enough sources for War Spheres. Between the 4 mana Confluence and the Courser and the Carotid, I'll probably get there. And this deck produces tons of mana. Between Carotid, Kiora, and Corsair Crewfix. So I definitely have time to get there. Uh, my anti-aggro package, I'm going to try Pin to the Earth, which I think is actually quite underrated. Because all the black deck, basically it's not played because there's so many black decks in the format. Um, which means, you know, like you have better options in Pin to the Earth, Feast of Dreams being like a key one, for example. But at the same time here, want to try Pin to the Earth and just, see how it goes. I think it's going to be fine. Like, the dream, by the way, is to play this on a Master Feast. Because then it keeps drawing new cards, which is fantastic. Some extra rule and Unravel the Ether and Glare of Heresy. One off Dissolves and Boon Satyrs, the 4th Sphinx. 2 Arbor Colossus. And a War Spheres. Again, that we've talked about. I'm suspecting the curve may be a little too centered around 5-drops, but we're going to see how it goes. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these 5-drops doesn't need to be here. Like, possibly a Dictate goes in the board, or there's an extra Johnny, Dictate goes in the board, and you add a 4-drop, like an extra Pelucranos. What else is there? There's not much else to say about this deck. I'm really interested to see how it's going to work in the block format. Like, it's got a lot of mana acceleration and fret, so there we go, starting now. By the way, just so we don't get interrupted, I'm going to disable people talking to me. There we go. This is an interesting hand. It's an obvious keep. I've got Caryatid and Brimaz. The double planes is a little bit annoying, but I have the mana with Mana Confluence to do all I want. So I'm not going to stop on my opponent's upkeep anymore. That was something like part of another game. My opponent goes turn 1 Thoughtseize. That's awkward. But at the same time, it's not the end of the world. Ultimately, I'm not playing until turn 2. He could take the Caryatid, but I doubt it. Seeing as I have so much mana, he should take the Brim Hazard or Kiora, whichever one is more problematic. Hey, evening. I recognize that username. So he takes the Brimaz here, which I think is a perfectly valid choice. It would have been very good actually to go Caryatid, Brimaz, and then like play another Scryland. So here we're looking for like threats essentially. So obviously a Mana Confluence is definitely shipping to the bottom. Spiteful Return. Okay, we're on the Mono Black aggro deck. Yeah, definitely taking Brimaz is correct there. There's no hesitation in my mind. That was the correct one. Did our opponent mulligan? No, sorry, he didn't. He kept 7. Yeah, we're definitely going for Dictative Heliod, though. Like, I think it fills a similar space to Johnny. But yeah. It's worth noting, some of these lists I've been playing Boon of Erebos, but normally they don't run it anymore because there's not the space for it. Thoughtseize, again, wow. This is getting a lot of Thoughtseizes. It's starting to get a little frustrating. I don't mind the first one ever. The second one starts getting very annoying. I have 2 options here. I could play Kiora, but it just... I would rather actually draw a card with Kiora, but Banishing Light is not exactly what I'm looking for either, so... Because if I go Kiora +1 and Hero's Downfalls, I get no value. He still attacks for some damage because this is life loss. It's really awkward that he took the Corsair here. I need to think about this play. This is pretty much, does he have Hero's Downfall? And my thought when he takes the Brimaz, like when he hesitates between Kiora and Brimaz, is that he does. What I'm going to try to do here is set up a Kiora for next turn with a -1 so I can like get an advantage. I think it's actually correct to not do anything here. I'm not under any like realistically I'm not under like tons of pressure, and unlike the other decks, like there's not that much removal. Bottom. So like my Banishing Lights are actually quite important. Evening, by the way. Yeah, Pain Seer is probably... I mean, it may have been correct to play Kiora. But I like being able to protect Kiora with Sylvan Caryatid. Interesting that he didn't bestow this. I mean, double Thoughtseize is nasty for sure. I mean, the problem here is bubbling anything is pretty awkward. We might as well bubble the Paints here, but let's be honest, they're all pretty bad. He could easily like go Herald of Torment here next turn if he like draws the right card. Yeah, Well, Falsies is nasty, but you have to be prepared. I guess it is like the first one is okay. The second one is particularly bad for me. Like that's a lot of damage coming my way. He's attacking me with everything. Okay. I may have to Banishing Light the Spiteful Return, which is really not what I want to do. I kind of want to banish it. So here I have two options. I can go Scryland, check, and then draw the card. Although to be honest, what I'm digging for really here is Elspeth. It's like, do I chance that it's in the top four cards of the deck? There could also be a Courser. I'm gonna draw straight up, but it might be incorrect. I'm willing to admit that may be incorrect. Or I'm just a friggin' genius and luck sack. Hopefully he doesn't have Hero's Downfall, but even if he does, those free tokens, they're going to do some work. Oh, and I have an additional land drop as well. I really don't need that. Yeah. There is an argument for keeping the Carotid untapped. I don't see it though. Yeah, Hero's Downfall. Like using Mana Confluence and yeah. Yeah, if I didn't draw Elspeth, I would have Banishing like this here. That may change depending on what he draws here. See what he does. Interesting, interesting. So he's attacking Cura with everything. I definitely want to protect Cura, so I'm just going to kill the Spiteful Returns if I can. And Banishing Light the Paints here if it's appropriate. Yeah, like getting rid of the Spiteful Returns is definitely good. Ooh, Agent of Fates is interesting. It's like, do I care about the card advantage here or the... Like, how likely is it that he bestows? So, I think here it is almost free of cost to play Corsair Crewfix. Wait. Do I have any blue spells I'll want to draw? That's probably best. I want to draw a card with Cura, just advance my game plan. I don't think I'm under enough pressure to justify +1 in here. And there's too much of an advantage here to not do so. So I have two options here. I could Banishing Light. I don't think Courser's the right option. So I could Banishing Light the... Let me draw the card off the top first. Sweet. And then the card off the top again. So I'm going to scry the Mana Confluence to the bottom. Okay, I've got a Banishing Light. So for me, I'm going to play Banishing Light targeting the Paints here, because I can play the card advantage game. I will be taking... The Agent of Fates is probably going to kill the Courser. Or the Cura. I'm not... I have two options. I can either let my opponent draw a card off Paints here and just accept that that's going to happen. Maybe the Agent of Fates is what I want to take here, just to be safe. It's not good usually to give your opponent more cards, but we'll see. If he wants to like target the Agent of Fates, no problem. My Carotid has done the good work already. Wow, he plays Cruel Feeding. Okay, I'll sacrifice the Carotid. Carotid's done its work anyways. Not sure about that Cruel Feeding main deck. That seems a bit ambitious. My opponent drew Hero's Downfall, which is awkward to say the least. Yeah, there was no... Yeah, Kura's gonna die. Really? I have a Banishing Light on top, and you played Ordeal of Erebos. Seriously. Look, I'm not going to complain if you're going to give me free cards, but yeah. By the way, I have Prognoctis Sphinx, so I don't want to play this Mana Confluence. Johnny Mentor of Heroes is pretty sweet here. I can do a number of things. Like, I can turn my guys into a fast clock, or I can start going for the card advantage. Both those options are pretty good, to be honest. Might as well play a Johnny here because he's actually... It's not intuitive, but he's actually drawing me more cards as a result by doing that. I could kill him next turn anyways, so... I can go for a Kiora or a Sylvan Carotid. We're going to go for Kiora. Bottom, I guess. Then we have a Corsair on top, so we're going to play Kiora. Yeah, I'm really regretting not having a second of Johnny. Also, the clock feels better because my opponent is not playing Bug Control. Look at this turn, like a Johnny, Kiora. Sphinx on top, so. By the way, the reason I play a Johnny pre-combat is because I have Kiora's follower. So if I get like a Sphinx off it, I can cast the Sphinx. Okay, Bant's here. Elspeth on top. Not gonna lie, this feels pretty good. This is feeling good. This is feeling good. I'm not gonna attack on the Sphinx just to make sure my clock doesn't. I don't lose to the clock. So I'll just attack like this and see what happens. There we go. Won that game. Yeah, it's a nice one, but the Ajani kind of fed the rest, to be fair. So we're against aggro, so we're gonna try Pin to the Earth. We're gonna try Set Scorpions. Normally Unravel the Aether is good against Mono Black. Let's see, what's not great? Dictate is not really for this matchup. So my creature has already matched up well against his. Cura, while fantastic in that particular match, I don't like so much post-board, but it might be better than Prognostic Sphinx. I think I want to take out the Curas. They're not very good against Mono Black. I could board in Unravel the Aether, but I don't think it's... What, Worst Fears? Yeah. This is not the matchup for Worst Fears. Do I want to Unravel the Aether against Mono Black aggro? Like, what am I taking out for it? I'm probably taking out a Sphinx. I'll just keep the shiny Sphinx in. Yeah, I think that's good. So yeah, take out the Dictates. Keep it a Johnny. I think a Johnny's fine. I could always like remove an Ajani and I think Wood Satyr might be better than the Sphinx. Just because it's like a removal spell that can sometimes do more. Ugh. This hand is difficult because I have 5 lands. Like my mana's perfect, and I have like plenty of Scry lands. But if he fought seizes, I'm in like dire straits. I think it's okay. We'll see though. No Thoughtseize, huh? Well, that line was not good. Yeah, we'll keep the balance sheet light on top. You may have Bile Blight, but like I have to take that risk. Like I wouldn't keep Bile Blight against this deck normally, anyways. Like Bile Blight's really bad against this deck. Well, okay, maybe not my like. It only kills Fleece Mane, and that's it. It doesn't. Sometimes you just it doesn't matter what you do. I don't really want that Agent of Fate sticking around, so I'm just gonna take some damage here to get rid of it. Yeah, I do not agree with that Bile Blight. He saw nothing game 1 which hits it, like not a card apart from maybe Elspeth's tokens. Okay, so we got a Herald of Torment. Thankfully we have. So I have Banishing Light and Unravel. Let's see first what the card on top is. I think Set Scorpion, his time to shine was a little earlier. I'm okay with Unravel here, but actually, the one advantage of Banishing Light here is that I can go Cura's Follower and Unravel next turn, which I would not underestimate. Even if it's technically an enchantment, and you shouldn't use your like global removal. I reckon he doesn't have another Agent of Fates because he would have played that over the Herald of Torment. He would rather bestow the Herald. I could play Brimaz, but he has like... Let's see what the card on top is first, before I play Brimaz. Island, okay. There's no rush to play Brimaz. He probably has like tons of removal in hand, so... Let's see if I can use the Hero's Downfall for my crappy Kura's Follower. Night Howler, huh? That's like 1-1. Okay. There we go. See, I used up the Bioblight. Perfect. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I couldn't... I'm trying to think what I could draw which would punish me for, like, not playing the Unravel now. There's not much, because I can't play Elspeth. And there's not many 5-drops left, apart from a Johnny, which I wouldn't play anyways. Well, I'm definitely playing Brimaz. Although, I probably should just play the Scryland first. I'm okay with this. It's a threat. I'll show you the deck like after this match. I think it's pretty. I think the list is sweet. To be fair, the only card I don't have which I'd play is a Johnny. Like that's the one card I don't have that I would like to have. So he's bestowed Night Howler. See, so that was why I didn't unravel. Is there was no rush. Although he's not attacking, so I'm going to I'll be attacking. 100% I attack here. Let him do something wrong. So here I play Unravel the Ether on the Night Howler, the Stow guy. I could have also played the Boon Satyr here, but I think the Unravel is more powerful. Like, yeah. Yeah, I would play an extra Johnny, and I would probably play... I could see going up to 3 in this deck list, but I only have the one, unfortunately. I couldn't find someone who had a Johnny's. It happens, you know. I don't blame anyone. Like, it happens. So here, I'm pretty sure this Boon Satyr is gonna finish it. I'm not sure about Sedge Scorpion and Pin to the Earth. I mean, I think they're better against aggro anyway, so. Yeah, let's bestow the cat here. The one-off Boon Satyr. I really like this variant of the deck with Brimaz. I'm playing 2 Dictates, 1 Ajani. It would ideally be an Ajani and 2 Ajanis and a Dictate instead, but yeah. I'm really surprised he kept in Bioblight. Like, it only kills Elspeth tokens, and it's very efficient. I can tell you right now that having 3 Bioblights is 100% wrong. Like, he has not seen Fleecemane or Brimaz. Oh, he saw Brimaz, yeah? Yeah, he hasn't seen Fleecemane, though. Like, and Brimaz, Bioblight doesn't match up so well against it. I don't know. Not convinced. We'll get there eventually anyways. Yeah, the sideboard wasn't great. So I won that match, I'd say, relatively comfortably. I never felt like in any... Maybe the game where he double fought season at 2 spiteful returns, I was a little worried, but like once Elspeth came on board, it was over. I think that's probably why he boarded in Bile Blight, is that like he lost so much off that Elspeth, so... So this is the deck in all its glory. It basically take the Chapin approach of deck building, just play the best cards in the format. So yeah, I would probably... I just put my creatures main deck. Easy as. I've kind of like, 1 second. Cut a lot of the removal just to... So yeah, this deck just puts the most powerful cards in the format that are not black, basically. I think Chapin's idea of putting the most powerful cards is correct, and it's just like, you play green-white, and it's like, okay, what do I play with green-white? So here I'm playing with blue to see if Kiora and Prognathous Sphinx are what I want, basically. Why the dictates? So it would be dictate. One of those should be a Johnny. Um, so we're clear. I would have a second Ajani. I just don't have one. I can't find one, unfortunately. I've had a lot of generous donors on cards, thankfully, like George Newbold and Andrew Quinn and Luke Southworth, which was great, and I appreciate that. It's just that there were very few people with Journey into Nyx cards, so I had to actually like buy it. And I'm a little low on ticks, like because buying like block as an entirety, I had to sell quite a few. A lot of my collection to actually get the cards I needed for this. So, uh, yeah, I would play definitely a second of Johnny over the second Dictate. I would play one Dictate main deck though because it's such a trump card, and I'm playing it in a deck with Brimaz and Elspeth, and even with Fleece Mane it's fine, and even with Courser it's fine. Like it turns these cards into real, genuine, horrible threats for your opponent. So, um, just so you're aware, by the way, the mana base is also heavily modified. Because I cut a lot of the removal cards and some of the blue cards, the deck is no longer like green-blue splashing for Elspeth. It's starting to be like proper green-white splashing for Kiora, Prognostic Sphinx, and Kiora's Follower. So at that point, I realized that the mana base needed more basic planes, or needed basic planes, point blank. It plays also the 4 mana Confluence mana base, which I think is correct, you know, especially if you're not an aggro metagame. This deck probably has a horrible aggro matchup, I'm not gonna lie. Mono black aggro notwithstanding, because yeah, like you can the thing is you're actually producing real threats like Brimaz and Fleecemane. Those aren't like crappy creatures, and between Kiora and Banishing Light you can just about do well. I mean the sideboard, I think the sideboard could do with being a little stronger. The set, like the worst fears I put in there as something quite cool, but I am boarding out Carrotids against the control decks most likely. So yeah. Just so we're clear on like the Grand Prix side of metagame side of things, okay? Here's how the Grand Prix metagame is going to look like. You're going to have about 15 to 20 decks, all with different percentages. But as a one match by one match result, I'm not going to be able to tell like who I'm facing or what is going on. Um, so, you know, you're going to face a bit of anything. It can happen. So your deck has to be like okay against everything. Uh, how big am I honestly expecting this Grand Prix to be? I have not seen a lot of chatter about the Grand Prix outside of England, or rather the UK. Sorry, there hasn't been a lot of chatter internationally about it. However, it's extremely active in the UK community. So the previous Grand Prix Manchester was Innistrad draft was 1,000 people, but it wasn't like the community wasn't as big and it wasn't as excited. I would say we're looking at the 1,400 mark, 1,500 maybe. I mean, I'm just best guessing here. Um, like, like, there's gonna be a lot of people from the UK. Like, I think this is gonna be like local players. There's gonna be 800, 900, maybe 1,000. And then the question is, how many Europeans are gonna fly in? Manchester is actually easy to fly into, but it doesn't have the kudos of London from an international perspective, which is something to consider. Plus, it's block, which you have to test the format that you haven't seen before. So, yeah. I think my clock was fast enough I can afford to play an 8-man, so hopefully I don't regret this decision. The sideboard could be improved. I'm not sure what angle I want to take. There's some set Scorpions. We're going to hit 1,000. The last Grand Prix Manchester was 1,000, and trust me, there was nowhere near as much buzz for that one. It was literally Grand Prix Manchester, April, Innistrad draft. And people came. It was literally 1,012 people. 1,014 maybe. So, come on, like, pretty much everyone in the UK, like, I live in the southwest where you have to travel 6-7 hours to Manchester, and there's like probably I know of at least 9 to 10 cars that are going up. This stuff adds up. Yeah. People are chatting about this event. This is exciting for the community at least in the UK. Internationally, there's not as much buzz, but in the UK, there's a ton of chatter. Um, we're gonna play Bant Planeswalkers here. Yeah. By the way, here for the sideboard. Do you guys have any ideas on like how this sideboard could be improved? I'm okay with the one-off War Spheres. Although it's worth noting, I'm probably boarding out Caryatids against control, so I may or may not like the card long term. I think the Fourth Sphinx is probably a good place to be. I like the 2 Arbor Colossus, but it's a lot of 5s already. I mean, I could see having a Dictate instead of say the Boon Satyr in the board. Um, yeah, it's just like how anti-aggro does it need to be. Like I think Glare of Heresy is actually pretty good because it goes against the aggro. Yeah, if you live an hour away from Manchester, you're probably going. If you play Magic and yeah. Oh, I really, really want to play Momir Basic instead of Block. It's so rare that the Momir Basic queue has people in it. Aw, damn it. What do you guys think? Should I play Momir Basic or Block? I mean, Momir Basic is actually likely to eat less on the clock because I can F6 on my opponent's turn. We'll see how the GP goes, Like, hey, if there's less people, there's less people, but yeah. Oh, man. It's so rare to get 4 people for Momir. It's such a good event as well. I love Momir Basic, but... yeah, it's Friday night. I'm going to treat myself to a bit of Momir Basic. Let me... I'll just end up timing out in the other queue anyways. It's Friday night. I should give myself a little change of pace. I'm playing so much block, it's starting to addle with my brain. By the way, guys, tonight out of the 5 nights is the last night where I'm trying something new. Am I concerned about any fringe decks? What are the fringe decks we're talking about? So we're clear. Decks for me fall into like 3 categories. The ones with the Sylvan Carotid and Corsair Crewfix engine. The ones that are heroic aggro. And then the rest. I don't really care about the rest, to be honest. Mono Black Aggro, Constellation, they're all worse versions of something else. So people may play those, but whatever. I am not concerned about Red Devotion. Like, sure, it may happen. Somebody may play Red Devotion at the Grand Prix, and sure, I may get paired against them. Okay, cool, it happens. Like, I can't prepare for everything. Like, at some point, I kind of have to go. I can probably play and predict 80 to 85% of the field. The other 15, I can't. Okay, I'll just have to play as best as I can against them. And that's where you get your edge, is applying basic general principles against road decks. So like you're playing against like a deck that, like for me, if you're playing against a deck that goes like, I don't want to grade Ravel Nick Foss, I know that I want to get rid of double red cards. By the way, one thing that does concern me with this deck a little bit is Storm Breath Dragon. Like, Elspeth can get rid of it, but I don't have much removal, and my only removal spell that does get rid of it is Banishing. Like, it doesn't get rid of it, but it's Banishing Light is the only removal spell in the deck, so... Yeah, like, somebody may come up and play, I don't know, they play, like, Green Combo Devotion. I don't know, they found some, like, crazy combo with Kurt for his Inkside and Nick Foss, and they go, like, infinite combo. They splash blue for Infinite Blossoms or something. I guess. I mean, cool. There's a rogue deck in the format. I can't do anything about it. Like, if you guys are ever preparing for a tournament with, like, a deck that's relatively standard, like, just be prepared against the expected metagame and make sure your deck has a solid proactive plan. At that point, you're okay. Like, this deck's plan, like, regardless of whatever I'm facing, has 4 Fleecemane Lions and 3 Brimazes, so, yeah. Yeah, like, Dragon can be dealt with Kiora, but remember that Dragon can ultimate to kill Kiora. Like, it's doable on your upkeep. Or your draw step, which is even better. Like, you also have Sphinx, so Dragon is good against this deck. It's not, like, the end-all, be-all. I agree. Arbor Colossus is actually probably best in that matchup, the Naya matchup. I do wonder about Brimaz. I think 3 copies feels right, but maybe a 4th one's correct. Like, it's so powerful. Even if it's a legendary creature. I like this list, actually. Actually, I think it was somebody contacted me. Like Peter Dunn contacted me about this list, and One thing that was interesting that he mentioned was the best engine in the format is Sylvan Keratin and Course of Crewfix. When you realize that that's the best engine in the format, you also realize that Elspeth is also the best card and is supported well by this engine. So you're like, okay, so green-white is the best base shell, and then it's like, what do you pair it with? Do you pair it with black for Heroes Downfall and Son of the Believers, and Reaper of the Wilds to some degree? You pair it with blue for Cura and Progenitor and Prognostic Sphinx. Or do you pair it with red for Stormbreath Dragon and Xenagos? Lots of choices. Black was the best choice at the Grand Prix. Yeah, by the way, the question keeps getting asked, what would I play at the Grand Prix if it was tomorrow? I would probably play Champions List, replacing the Pelucranos with Reaper of the Wilds. Yeah, so if I was going to play the Grand Prix tomorrow, I would play... I'll load up the list I would play. Yeah, I did. That's why I'm talking about it. Johnny is really, really good. I would probably play two if I had it. New players play rogue decks. Like, look, ultimately, hopefully my experience and my practice is gonna pay off so that I don't get like randomly crushed by a rogue deck because I understand the basic principles of it. Like, Bow of Nylea has a lot of abilities, and my reckoning is Bow of Nylea just doesn't actually do anything. That's my honest opinion. Like, um, like you could push true damage, I guess, but like you could play. I guess like Bow is like a trump. Like I might play one. Like it's a surprise, right? Like if you play it and you start bashing through there with Death Touch, it's okay. It's not bad. So if I was gonna play tomorrow, the Grand Prix, I would probably play this list. So same 25 lands mana base, 3 Thoughtseize, 4 Carotid, 4 Fleecemane, 4 Corsair, 4 Burimaz, 4 Heroes Downfall, 1 off Read the Bones, 4 Silence, 2 Reapers, replacing the Pelucranos, 1 Dictate, replacing the Banishing Light, 4 Elspeth, and then the board. Thoughtseize, Feast of Dreams, 2 DSI, Black Glare of Heresy. I've added the Banishing Light, I lost the God's Willing, 2 Drown in Sorrow, Read the Bones again, Ordeal, Dictate of Erebos, Dictate of Heliod, and 2 Arbor Colossus. Yeah, so again, Bow of Nylea, I could try, but every time I tried it in a like green deck, I always felt like, when am I bringing it in, and is it really good? Like, the answer is usually no. I'm willing to be proven wrong. I think Dictate is like a level of better than Spear. Like, several layers of better. Because the difference between, like, giving your creatures +2/+2 means that, like, to give you, okay, here's an example. Corsair Crewfix can attack for Corsair Crewfix. Let's see what else. Fleecemane Lion, without being monstrous, can attack for Progenitor Sphinx. Brimaz can attack through Prognostic Sphinx. His tokens become free freeze instead of 2/2. Yeah. Yes, Momir Basic, by the way. Sorry. It is Friday night. I'm allowing myself some entertainment by playing Momir Basic while the daily is going on. So I play a very simple strategy in Momir, which is always free drops and then go up. Whip of Erebos, by the way. I don't think Whip is for this deck. Like, what are you getting back? Like, you're getting back a Reaper, a Courser, the Lifelink's not that relevant. I don't like it. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely feel Dictate is like layers better than Spear. Like, it's so unlikely that you're gonna have 4 mana to like kill something with Spear. So back to our feature this isn't our feature presentation, sorry. This is more like entertainment area. Like Rip of Erebos is at its best, I think, in a deck with like if you're playing mono black aggro, for example, it's quite good against the aggro decks because you like the lightning is relevant and every hit matters. Whereas with the control deck's not so much the case. So quickly, so Molton, oh, the Dictate. Yeah, I think the Dictate is a much better 2-off. I probably wouldn't play more than 2. I think it gets greedy. So return. That doesn't do. That's a 1-1 flyer. So by the way, the question on do I believe with any practice any player can be good at Magic? Yes. What I'll tell you guys now. What does this do? Oh, that's okay. Musician's actually okay. It's a bit weird. Like, it's just gonna like basically make all the creatures cost 1 mana, and in Momir Basic, anything that says destroy land, make a mana, or cost your opponent mana is really bad for them. Usually. Yeah. So to answer the yeah. So within enough practice, you can be quite like one thing you'll one thing is the people who are at the top practice a lot these days. Like they're practicing 40 plus hours a week. I cannot practice that much. I don't have the. It's too much for like me, for example. Yeah. Um, but yeah, with enough practice, the thing is, you may not be good at Magic in general. You will become like with enough time, like good at the general principles. Force walk, but I would say like yeah, you can play for a long, long time. What would make you good is I guess like you can practice for specific formats or that kind of thing. Hakon. When Hakon dies, you lose 2 life. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna put cumulative upkeep on Splatterfug again, and then not pay the upkeep this time. Okay, so there we go. Back to our feature presentation this time. Yeah, Dictate seems really weak here, but we have time for this, so I'm not mulliganing Sylvan Carotid and 2 land hand usually. Cigar is pretty good. Cigar is like levels above like what you should be getting in Momir for that price. I've got Elspeth, so I am gonna hope for like an untapped land at some point here. Oh wow, I'm actually playing potentially against Chapin's list here. I play Fleece. I play the Sylvan Caryatid because I'm a bit mana light. Plus, that deck list can play Brimaz a lot easier. Yeah, I'm playing block. So I'm playing Bant deck, which I modified it myself. So he summoned a free 4 that has a paralyzation counter. It's a lot of text, but basically what a paralyzation counter does is you can like it taps, then you have to pay 4 to untap it. 4/4 intimidate. Other creatures you control have intimidate. Yeah. So I'm doing well here. So my opponent's still thinking about the Thoughtseize. Like, the thing is, he's Thoughtseize and literally got, like, I can discard any card. So he got rid of the Fleeceman, which is interesting. Unfortunately for me, I did not draw a land here. Like, even not even a top land, which is going to be really awkward. Yeah, he plays Courser of Crewfix. That was turn 4, yeah. Because I'm on the draw as well. Yeah, Temple of Plenty. Yeah, I'm okay with a second Temple of Plenty. That seems good. Banishing Light. He doesn't know about the second Banishing Light as well, so... Back in Momir, I'm doing quite well here. Sigarda really helps a lot. I've got Intimidate and on an artifact, so he's probably not going to end up blocking that too much. Okay, so he plays Temple of Plenty. I know he has a Swamp in hand. Have I ever made any serious gameplay infraction errors by mistake at a high-level event? If you mean Grand Prix or Pro Tour, I have not, to my recollection, I may be wrong, received a game loss infraction or higher at that level. I have lost a game. I have had a game loss at a PDQ before, but that's about. I've had 2 game losses at a regional PDQ levels. One for misregistered decklist, never happened again, and one for failure to decide board when I was already out of the tournament. My opponent has a flyer for Sigarda. That's interesting, actually. So let's see. 6-5. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Imperial Archangel is probably going to be the nail in the coffin. So he plays Herald Dormant. Okay, so he's playing the Junk Constellation deck. Interesting. That means that Kiora is probably going to be +1 in here. Although I can have a free check with Temple of Plenty. Brimaz is tough here. Like, I kind of want to land for Elspeth, but I have this Dictate. I think Brimaz is a little too easy to remove, so I'll put it on the bottom, but that might have been very, very wrong, so we're clear. And my opponent is going to lose to Imperial Archangel, so cool. So in Momir, we're a winner. Could I minus the Cura? Yeah, sure I could, but I want to take out his hero's downfalls, or make him commit to the board a little more. Like I have Elspeth. I don't want him to like kill the Cura for kind of free, to be honest. It's not really worth it. Uh, like even if sometimes you have like multiples of a card, I like to like go mileage, like make them really fight to kill it, and then you play the second one, and that's the nail in the coffin. He's taking his sweet time. Yeah, okay, so he plays a second Herald here. I have two options here. I can play Banishing. I could minus the Cura here, but again, it would die. I could play Elspeth. Neither Cura nor Elspeth would die if I played Elspeth. So actually, that does seem like a plan. Neither Cura or Elspeth dying. And then I have Dictate Elspeth, which this is why I'm taking this line of play, by the way. I don't usually want to give my opponent too easy an out, but it's a little too much incentive for me here. Yeah, if he downfalls here, it's not the end of the world, Worth noting is the ultimate of like the ultimate for Cura might fire soon, so Forest Walk. I shall not play a forest. By the way, I don't agree with making a 2-drop on the play. I think it's incorrect. There's like a 10% chance of a mana accelerant. Yeah, no declaring blockers here. Yeah, he heroes downfall the Elspeth, right? Oh, he attacked with the wrong Herald of Torment. Fantastic. And here, guys, is why... Yeah. And here's why Dictate really rocks. I suspect my opponent has no clue that it's coming up. I'll note that I probably should have played the land there. Just to take one less damage. Yeah, all of a sudden, he's in trouble. I'm okay with not playing the land here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm okay. Heliod dictates. Whenever deals combat damage to a player, I may untap target creature. Cool. This is one fun flyer. It's not too bad. Shadow Mage Infiltrator. That's pretty good. I trade here, by the way, because even if the flyer is probably better, I don't want to like make him win by tempo. Oh, cool. So I make my opponent discard a card, and I have a blocker. So he heroes downfalls the Cura here, which is understandable. But he has no cards in hand. He's down to nothing. Like, this second Cura is just like the nail in the coffin. I'm okay trading Soldier. Or not. I mean, he could, because he can draw Silence to Believers or Elspeth, so I want to keep the Banishing Light for something consequential. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't block. Okay. I've won the game. He literally just conceded. Which is cool. Back to our Momir game. He has a 2-free with Trample. Like, he's down to 2 cards in Momir, which is terrible, usually. Like, he's going to be stuck making a 6-drop. While I'm making bigger stuff. Island Walk, tap target creature without flying. That's an interesting one. Here, so he's playing the Constellation deck. This isn't the worst Fears matchup. I'm definitely playing Glares here. I'm playing Unravels. I'm not sure about Arbor Colossus. Even if Dictate was okay here, I could play like I could keep one Dictate. I think. The surprise value is diminished a bit. Sphinx is pretty good against that deck. Pelucranos is pretty weak in my view. I want to board out some of the Mana Excel, I suspect, since I won't need it as much. What else? Actually, Curious Follower is probably a little better than Sylvan Caryatid in a weird way. I don't think on Arbor Colossus it's worth it. I think this is fine. This is an okay sideboard. Like, I don't know about deciding out the Pelucranos, but maybe the Brimaz wasn't too good. Would I like to keep this hand? Yes. Wow, he starts with basic swamp and nothing? Wow, that's an interesting start. I'll keep the Banishing Light because I don't have tons of removal in this deck. He might have a Fotsy still and might be doing the right play of waiting a turn. Hopefully he goes for like Herald here. Oh, so my opponent, by the way, in Momir, like, decided to not play a land, which I think is a very wise choice. That's a 4/4 flyer. That's Air Elemental's very good here. So he plays Fleecemane Lion. And this is kind of why Fleecemane Lion is so good. Is, honest to goodness, you're going to have to deal with this card. I have Brimaz, and he doesn't have a second black, I hope. If he deals with Brimaz, then I'm going to have to, like, Banishing Light the Lion, probably. I may have to Banishing Light the Lion anyways. Reaper of the Wilds. Oh man, that's a close one. I'll Banishing Light the Reaper here because I think it's a more of a threat. But I'm going to have to live with that cat. And wow, that's 3 Elspeths. That's a 7/7 with Echo that attacks each turn if able. That's pretty good actually for him right now. Have I ever gotten Immortal and Will Die? No. The best I've ever had was Pack Rat, which is pretty good. I've had like destroy target token creature tap, Nova Blast Worm. Okay, so he monstrous it right away, which is interesting. I have enough land, so on bottom. It is interesting. He's used to playing against a black deck, so he monstrous right away. Yep. Well, this is with advantage, so... You're definitely not drawing a card off that, trust me. I think I know his choice in advance. I think he's taking Elspeth. I'm not sure about it, but I think he's taking Elspeth. Just, what do you guys reckon? I think he's gonna take Elspeth, right? Oh, about banishing the lion? Yeah, maybe you're right. Um, maybe you're right. Like now the lion's in play and that's it. It's just gonna be a nightmare. He probably has some double black spells in hand he can't use, so. I'm not playing the island yet. I wanted to pay Echo first. I wanted to think it's useful. Eidolon Blossoms again. Yep. Yep. And that's Hero's Downfall mana. At least it looks like it. Yeah, Reaper like allows you to scry, which is something that's not, to be understated. I have a few options here. I could play the Sphinx here, which is probably a better play than just Elspeth. Since I have enough tokens in play, and I can protect the Sphinx with by discarding a Lion now as well. Ideally, I don't want to discard like a spell, but Corsair Crewfix. Okay, he's going into turbo mode. So he's got Herald of Torment. He's got Unravel the Ether, which is not good for me either. So he can actually unravel the Reaper of the Wilds now. Yeah, the Iron of Blossoms is problematic. So he's gonna bestow the on this guy to give this guy like flying. Yeah. As I said, I might have been wrong about the creature I took there. He's not attacking the interesting enough. He probably just wants to. What kind of annoys me is he's got Brain Maggot coming, and I know it, and I've got Elspeth and Dictate. Oh man. If I attack, I lose my Projoxic Sphinx. It's not the end of the world. I'll just attack here. I think the advantage from Dictative Heliod is so insane. And I think I'm okay with the Sphinx like dying. I'm okay with this Sphinx dying. He probably knows I have Dictate. I don't really fundamentally care. So Temple of Plenty goes to the bottom. Lion goes to the bottom. And Banishing Light goes to the top. Since Banishing Light can take the Herald, which is good. Like, he has to block with other stuff. He definitely blocks with a Corsair. But, like, if he doesn't block with one of these, he loses those two. One of those two. So, like, 1, 2, 3, 6 plus 8. So, he does die, but... Okay, so in Momir, my opponent paid the mana for this guy. Which means we're going to take 7 here, because I really don't care. And I'm just going to tap it every turn. Attacking for 9. So the blockers are... Yeah, he doesn't like lose the Brain Maggot, which is an interesting one. But I'm dealing like untold amount of damage here. He saw Dictate already, so... Oh, wow. Yeah, Dictate of Heliod has been out of this world. The card has been insane. Anybody disagree? He does have Unravel the Ether, by the way. Just I like to point out. So it's not quite as insane, but the Banishing Light will allow me to get rid of something potentially. I just need to figure out what. Elspeth, that's bad for me. Elspeth is really bad for me here because he has Unravel as well. Although with Unravel, he's gonna go down to 1 life. So I have Banishing Light on top. He's gonna Unravel now for sure. Shuffling the Banishing Light that I have. 2. Bioblight? Bring what? Pretty sure it's Unravel, or did he get rid of it? He didn't use it, did he? Yeah, so he takes the other Elspeth, but declare attackers, I'm okay with that. The 7/7's fine, no problem. So we're gonna play our island here. And this is tap target creature without flying. It's pretty good. So back in our feature presentation, I do have Dictate, so my guys are humongous. I have a few choices as to what I could do. I don't want to get rid of Herald of Torment because that's going to kill him in 2 turns. If I get rid of Courser, so if I get rid of Courser pre-combat, then he can't block with that. That seems like the best play. Get rid of Courser Crewfix right now. Smash in with a team. He has to block everything, so... Yeah, so he's going to lose his whole board. I'm going to lose my Brimaz. He's going to go down to 1. Still have an Elspeth. I've got 2 free that can gain flying. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I get 2 Elspeths back. Now the problem with Fleecemane here is that if I play my own Fleecemane, then he can just kill me in 2 turns. So I'm just going to pass the turn here. Because I don't want to give him the option to get there. I need to keep my life total high. Oh, damn it. I let that thing attack, which was probably wrong, but I won the match. He can't deal with what I had, so that's cool. Dictate! Dictate! Dictate of Heliod! It's the nuts. I'll just take 7 again. Yeah. Just cast a 5-drop here. See what it is, and then determine how I'm attacking, so. Probably should have played the mountain, really. Flying Nightwing Shade. That's pretty good. So you can block the Night Veil Spectre. I need yeah, so you can block the Night Veil Spectre. Uh yeah, once the Courser's gone, he can't win. I thought he had Unravel, but yeah. The Bant Control deck, the Bant deck is actually pretty sweet. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. That is a creature that I don't care about. I won and I win. Win-win. Good times, good times. Oh, and I'm starting the Momir game right away, so we're not gonna miss a minute of action, guys. That's good. I like it. So this is not the deck I'm playing in the daily. This is the deck I'd recommend, but Dictate of Heliod, just insane. Like, holy smokes. I don't like John's, like, no offense, really no offense, like, why would you play John when Buck Control is probably a, I don't know, like any deck that doesn't play Elspeth, I want a good reason to not play Elspeth. John feels just like a worse something else. No offense. Like, it's basically the red-green deck splashing, like, for the black removal spells, right? So, you don't have any more burn, and you just have more fatties. Um, probably Rex Bog, I'm sure, but does it beat Chapin's list? For me, you have to be able to beat two decks, Bug and Chapin's list. And against Chapin's list, I'll accept anything that is I'm not actually crushed. I'll accept, like, I have game. Because, yeah... Like, your curve seems so high in Jund. Like, all the good spells cost a lot, so you're going to play Ramp with Voyaging Satyr and the Sabian Calytid. Are you playing straight blue-black? Trust me, By the way, I checked because the Junk was the most... Mid-range Junk was the most winning archetype at the Pro Tour. It turns out there were a lot of them. It weren't Chapin's list. They were all Junk with mid-range threats. Look at the top deck lists. There are probably 5 or 6 different Junk lists, all very different from one another. Like, one of them literally plays Doomwake Giant as Doomwake Giant. It's not Constellation, it's Doomwake Giant on its own, just to kill Elspeth tokens and get through. Which is awesome. Yeah, Chapin's list, again, I've talked about this on the last couple of nights. Like, it's a lot of ticks. It's like 350 ticks. You're starting to talk, like, some of the more expensive standard deck lists for a block format, which is probably not good. Play a 2-1, that's okay. Oh, wow. This is basically a 1-1 that land destructs him. That's awesome. I'm definitely not trading Stone Rain for a 2-1. Stone Rain in this format is utterly bonkers. Like, anything that says destroy target land is just the nuts. 2 free flyer, that's cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot. It is sacrifice, return target creature you control. That's okay. If it was target creature, I'd be in trouble, but... I'm just going to tap his swamp now, just to give lockdown mode. Let's play a plains here. So, Momir Basic, for those who don't know, has a few cards that are auto wins and auto losses. They don't ruin the format per se because there's sub 1% chance to be played in a given game. I hit one of them. So for those who don't know, Leveler is a 10/10 for 5. When it enters the battlefield, you exile all cards from your library. So strangely enough, I'm not winning this game. I got leveled. There's no way around it. Still got some time before the next round, yeah. Oh, my opponent didn't submit his deck because he's double queuing. Okay. Yeah, that was awkward. What do you want to do, right? Like, I'm not gonna skip summoning a 5-drop because there's a lot of good 5s. There's just one like utterly terrible one. Like, you know, there's also a free drop that kills you instantly. Like, it happens. Like, a lot of people say it's like luck based as a result, but the truth is, like, you could be mana screwed in other games or mulligan to oblivion for the same percentage. So. Yes, I would assume. I was actually thinking of Phoenix God of Deception. Son of the Siren Song did seem like a slam dunk. Phoenix is an interesting one though. I like it. I guess what do you do? Like tap, yeah, like it taps your inspired guys, it mills them out. That seems pretty good. It's worth noting creatures with abilities in Momir tend to be quite good. Uh, I guess. Come on, guys. Let's hope for the Kiki Diki on 5 this time to make up for the leveler. Although he has the answer. Oh, no, wait, he doesn't. Zozu the Punisher. Okay. So we're both going to take quite a bit of damage for a bit. Whenever it dies, it deals 4 damage, or if 4 more damage was dealt to it this turn, it deals 3 damage to something. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, no, I agree. Phoenix is not a bad idea. So this may not look very good because it's a 1/1, but a 1/1 that can ping is actually not the worst. actually, it's not the worst because John can sacrifice himself. So, I'm okay with like. I can't attack. Yeah. Yeah, it's a free with a massive drawback, but I think I'm okay with that trade. Yeah, Dralnu is like a dud. It's just going to sacrifice himself. Six four. That seems okay. Carnifex Demon. Jeez. That's not good for me. It's not looking good for me. I'm not going to lie, guys. That's not too bad. It's a 5/5, so at least it does something. I can attack with a 6/4 here since. Okay, attack with a 6/4 here. Yeah, this thing is going to kill me very fast. I need some good 8s. That's not the 8 I was hoping for. Yeah, he wins in one turn if I can't find an answer to that. Which is awkward after getting leveled. 7/7 Trampler, that's pretty okay, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I need something pretty good here. Like really, really good. That's not gonna do it. I don't mind losing that game. I think the leveler game was more frustrating. I'll just carry on with the daily at this point. It's fine. It's about to start, so. Yeah, I think Siren of the Silent Song is actually really good. I'm surprised it wasn't found. There must be a reason why they didn't play it. But yeah, I'm hoping this Dictate of Heliod keeps being good. It has definitely delivered. Also, the art on this card is super sweet. But yeah, like in that last game, Dictate of Heliod was just the absolute blowout. I should have boarded that one out actually. What was the rationale for not liking the Siren, by the way? Without being terrible in other areas, not so much. I mean, this deck's probably fine against both of those decks. I did not think of that. Convoke and Inspired. That's a very good one. It's indeed full of gravy. Um, I mean, I think this deck has game, but the aggro matchup's probably not the greatest, so you have to make your sideboard properly. And I'm not sure this is built properly, by the way. Because the premier aggro deck of the format has moved to like white heroic, white red heroic, I might play a third one of these, maybe. Yeah, I mean, Silent the Siren Song is terrible against aggro decks. It's at its best against the control decks, for sure, for sure. Their sideboard, I think, could do with a bit of work. So, like sideboards can always do with a bit of work because your expected meta changes. Both a Johnny and Dictate have been good, so it's tough to say which one was better. Like in the game where I had a Johnny, having a Dictate would have been that great. So I think having like two Dictates in the deck, like one main, one board, is probably correct. And you board it in any time you're gonna like interact with creatures. Well, Sivka made top 8. See, that's the difference. Is a deck list that like did well but within top 8 is gonna feature less than like this that did poorly but top 8'd. So Sivka's deck, I suspect, is gonna be more popular than the blue black deck. What do you mean by blue white? So blue white heroic, yeah, yeah. None of the heroic decks did well. Just point blank. Okay, they split the Momir. I may have enough time to play a second Momir. I just need to sell packs quickly. Because I'm down on packs, so I'll sell my packs quickly to play another Momir. Hopefully I get there in time. I think this bot works without the chat box, I'm not sure. Like normally they just take the packs. There we go. Should be 7 ticks, I hope. Yep. Momir? Sweet, get there in time. I would hope. Can I join? Yep. Sweet, so we get another Momir as well. 2 Momirs in one evening is like super bonus. The always popular double queuing. Yeah, by the way, when your aggro decks have 45 win percent, they're not many of those are going to rise to the top. If you're gonna choose between Bug and Chapin's junk deck, play Chapin's junk deck. Bug is a lot more easier to metagame against than Chapin's deck. Chapin's deck is really hard to metagame against. It's a deck with Thoughtseize, lots of spot removal, and a clock. It's gonna be really hard to metagame against. Trust me. It's very well designed. It's very good. If you have the choice between the two, at least. If you're looking for an alternative, red green aggro, not my style. Didn't work for me. You can try it. Was good apparently. The only other deck I guess is the blue black inspired deck's pretty sweet. I'm looking at a Sylvan Carroted Courser deck. I'm not sure what the blue spells are. If it's blue, red, or black, probably not red, but probably blue or black. Like I like this list actually. So we got 7 in the Momir. And we've got a match starting up, so we're actually pure double queuing. Cool. No. Sigil Starfish, scry away, my friends, scry away. Free 2 for 2 is definitely up the curve. Yeah, sure. I mean, it gives free wins, but it also gives a lot of free losses. Like games where you can't do anything. So, if you want to put trust your hands, whenever a creature attacks you or planeswalker you control, they mill 2. Okay. Yeah, like I honestly don't think it's good. Like they can play the deck, they can they can gamble and go like, you know what, I'm not good at Magic anyways, I'll just play these decks. By the way, some people may be really good playing those aggro decks and know exactly what they're doing. There is that option, like just to be clear, I'm not insulting anyone that plays those decks. It does suit some people's styles to play those decks. They're just not the best decks in the format. Oh wow, 0-1 with Vigilance, sign me up. For 4 mana. A bargain. Look at that bargain. Yes, I'd like to play first. And no, I would not like to mulligan. Yeah. So he's got a flyer. Normally a bad sign. You return target tap creatures. Sigh, that's such a shame. Wrong turn, wrong turn. I'll just have 6 here. I still think I'm mulliganing. Okay, cool. Oh, Orti. Orti's been pretty good. I've seen Orti play for a bit, so I know he's a solid player. All other creatures with flying your opponent's control get -1/-1. Oh, that's good. So I basically need at least a 4/4 flyer. Or I could do it with Spider. Spider's okay too. I don't think Smog Elemental could have been worse time for me. Oh. I don't. Yeah, Smog Elemental could not have come at a worse time. Ebon Dragon. Seriously? All the flyers? Ugh. I'm definitely not favored here. Might as well make it 7. I'm too far behind to like try anything else. Okay, so I got something that deals 3 damage a turn. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, cool. We're actually playing. Let's see. Out of these, I definitely want one of the green ones. Probably Temple of Plenty here. I'll keep it on tap land. I'll ship any other ones. Yeah, I'll keep the forest on top. The reason I play the green-white land here is just because it gives me more outs for my Fleece main. I'm going to need something pretty insane here. There are a few 7s that are like utterly bonkers, but I don't think I'm going to draw one of those. It's unlikely. The best one is Angel of Serenity here. Out of black to your mana pool is probably not it, although it gives me a chance. Playing that Fleece main on turn 2 is so strong. I've got Brimaz next turn, which is pretty good. I don't need another Elspeth. I need lands right now to cast my first Elspeth. He is wondering about playing Courser here, I think. Ashiok? Okay, that's an interesting one. He's got a Fleece Maiden and a Sphinx. That's not good. The Fleece Maiden is particularly awkward. I think I go for Courser here because of the value provided by it. I'm going for a longer game here. I'm definitely putting Carrot to the bottom anyways because it gives him more options on Ashiok. Oh, and Momir, I have the delay triggers, yeah. I'm still not going to block his flyer here. Like, there's no difference. Like, Smog Elemental here is the worst for me. Let's let's try to make a good 8 drop here. I'm gonna need something pretty spectacular at 8 though. It's unlikely that I win this. Razia's interesting, but I don't think it's gonna do the trick. Pretty sure Razia doesn't do it. Oh wait, it has first strike, so it just about does the trick. Razia actually okay. Yeah, Razia probably does it. I survived with Razia, so not bad, not bad. So, okay. Yeah, playing Courser over the Brimaz was a bit of a strange choice maybe, but I can always play Brimaz next turn and like have Dictate up, which is good. This is at 6, so Yeah. Oh, Vorlex is horrible for me. It's horrible anyway, so. Okay, so the question, there is a question what I do with Vorlex in play, but I'm pretty sure I just make my 8 drop and hope for the best. So many abilities on the stack now. So he's gonna plus free. What did I lose? I lost freelance. That's acceptable. Oh, and sorry, 2 lands and a banishing light. I have 2 choices. I can either go for. I mean, his Ashok's at 4. I could like make my Fleecemane monstrous potentially here. I like the angle of playing Prognostic Sphinx, so I'm just gonna play the force from my hand and do what I call threat of activation. So what that means is I can just attack the Ashok, and he could like just I threaten to activate my Fleecemane's ability, so he can't do anything. Even if I delay a turn on Elspeth, there's a lot of pressure already on the table. And I'm pretty sure this Sphinx is not going to change matters well for my opponent. Bioblight. Why would you not do that when I'm tapped out? Oh, whatever. Yeah. My 8 drop is 4/6. That's not going to really do much. So if I attack with Razia here, what happens? Razia gets blocked by Plover Knights. And first strike damage goes to Smog Elemental. Hey man, Reaper of the Wilds, good. He's teching out his deck. Banishing Light on top. I have the choice between going Dictator or Brimaz here. Let's see what I do. I think I'm gonna attack with Sphinx. That seems easiest. I don't want to play Dictate here. I can just wait. I'm probably gonna play Elspeth. So Temple of Mystery on top. Then Banishing Light, then Island. Make my guys. I could like Wrath his guy, but I think making soldiers is a better move here. When I have Dictate for sure. Razia, so first is that, then it's I've won that game. I didn't even have to show the Dictate, which is awesome. So Razia is the next free damage value dealt to target creature control is dealt to another target creature instead. So dealt to target creature I control is going to be dealt to Smog Elemental instead. There we go. Smog Elemental is dead. Now back to our bug matchup. Boon Satyr is okay. Arbor Colossus is okay. I'll side out a Dictate. Even if it was good there, I didn't really... I'll side in a War Spheres. I'll side out 2 Carotids. Actually, wait, I have followers to side out before Carotids. Dissolve comes in. Prognostic comes in. So sat out... I bought in a lot of expensive stuff here. I can probably side out a Banishing Light since there's not as many things to take with it. Yeah, that seems okay. 2 Carotids and... Yeah, that seems fine. So he summons a Aggro-Control. Yeah, that's usually not good. Yeah, Dictate of Iliad has been the nuts. This hand, on the other hand, is not. I guess I keep it, but I'm not happy about it. I might as well concede this Momir game. There's nothing I can summon that deals with Emrakul, and I can't kill my opponent, so... I may as well save time. Like, I can't summon an 8-drop because of Auralex. I really wish I had a Temple, but... Cure turn 2 is nothing to sniff at. Ah! Damn it! Yeah, so he Thoughtseize me, which is an interesting one, because I have a bit of everything. He could take the Carotid. He did. It was a risk, but I can easily draw more lands that are relevant. I have 4 mana confluences in this deck. And Carotid is the worst card overall, so... Oh, man. Oh. I didn't like that hand, but mulling into 5 was not good. Reaper of the Wilds. He knows I have Banishing Light, so... Okay. I'm sure there's a rationale behind that decision. Really wish I drew a Temple in that game. Ashiok. Okay, I can see why you did that then. I still have to take the Reaper. Like, the Reaper on its own is enough. He took Dictate, which is bad. Fleece main line is castable. Which is more than I can say for the other cards in my hand. Dan. Dan is dead. Hexproof, sweet. Probably one of the more relevant abilities in Momir, I'll be honest. Yeah, this game he took my Sylvan Carotid, and that was more than enough. Because I didn't draw a single Temple or Mana Confluence. Oh, I got there. I got something here, so what do I want to do? I could draw a card with Kiora. I'm okay with plussing Kiora here. Definitely want to wait until the Courser turn to minus. Jeez, all these people playing Gainsays. It's so brutal. The one off for Lucanos. I forgot to board a death out. Oh well. This deck doesn't work as well when it's mostly basic lands. Like, even one mana confluence made a huge difference. He's gonna silence that believer, or hero, or it's its downfall. Okay. Another free one. Yeah, he's gonna put Pelokronos in play, and yeah, that Ashock is. No worries. The Sphinx is pretty irrelevant here. Like, I don't have the mana to cast it. Wow. He's gonna monster sit anyway, so. Next turn I make some Elspeth tokens. Tokens? Yes. If he has like another hero's downfall, then sure. Ooh, that's a good one. That's not only a fat creature, it also allows me to, I'm okay just blocking the Pelucranos here. I don't think he has a way to pump this, so. Ashock's at free, interestingly. Godo allows for 2 attacks, I think. Yeah. Wait a second, so I can make this into a 5 free. I'll just take the damage here. H chop. I've got a 5/6 flyer. That's perfectly acceptable. I'll just gain some life and kill his free. Okay, so he's Ashok Plus and has a buffet of stuff to pick from. Oh, Elspeth died to wow, never hero's downfall. That's a lot of heroes down. I really need to kill this Ashok, so one soldier's gonna bravely get in there. Actually, but my computer is lagging. I don't think I'm winning this game, anyways. Deal free damage to target attacking or blocking creature. That's pretty good. Let me just finish this Momir game because I need to like press the clock on this one. There's no way to accelerate it. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna concede that game. There's nothing I can do now. He knows about dictate now. I'm okay with still with one. I'm okay with this configuration to see how it goes. Do I really want to cut a banishing light? That seems bad actually now that I think about it. Pelucranos seems a bit weak actually. It needs a removal spell and that's about it. Outside of the dictate, I don't think it's needed in this matchup. It's a good card, but that's a little bit unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna need to get really lucky here. Really, really lucky. That's not quite what I was looking for, but I'll take it. Hopefully, Fotzie's takes care of it, going like, yeah, he doesn't have an out. And then I go Brimaz, and the Brimaz goes the distance. It's new plan. Can't be blocked as long as he controls an artifact. That's not really the case, is it? I guess I'll regenerate. And summon a 6-drop. I would like to make copies of Skeletal Worm. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Oh, it's my main phase? Okay, so you just passed the turn. I guess we're going for Brimaz. Sure. Let me focus on this Momir game quickly. When will this end? I may as well attack first, ask questions later, but... Jeez. This is no good because he survives. I don't like it. He obviously has like something here. Probably Hero's Downfall. Still play Brimaz here. Oh, Grave Titan, fantastic. Let me just finish the Momir match because I need to win the next one as well. My clock here is really important. This is fine. Okay, cool. I've won that game. I'm actually going to take time on the sideboarding. Read the bones, huh? Read them bones. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I mulligan to 5 and still get lucky. Like, I don't know how he's going to deal with this. It's too much. I guess if he plays... do I want to give Hexproof to my guy? I may as well. He's only going to kill it, so... Yeah. Nothing I can do there. That's the unfortunate side effect of mulliganing down so low. Having no cards in hand to protect your Sphinx. Yeah. Shame. Cura, huh? Does he have Bile Blight? I really hope not. If he has Bile Blight, please kill the Brimaz. Man, Elspeth as well. Oh, wow. Well, I don't know if I'm going to make it. Maybe. Yes, Cura. And Corsa, that's a lot of cards. He's playing a spell. Some sort. Maybe not. Okay, Momir's gonna have to be my focus because I've only got 4 minutes. Okay, Glory Seekers. Oh, damn it. Yes, please. X is equal to 2. Jeez. That return blocks a creature. Return that creature. Okay, so this is basically wall block Vindicate. Reaper of the Wilds, huh? Well, with some luck, I'm gonna draw an untapped land and win with Elspeth. With some luck. Flanking, regenerate. Okay. So he has a flyer, 2 free, that's fine. Guardian for mono... Protection from monocolor, that's pretty good. My opponent's sharp here. Come on tap lands. Corsair Crewfix, not quite. Do I want to attack anyways? Takes 2. Probably not. Temple of Plenty is good here. Do I want Pelucranos on top? Probably because it's a threat, yes. So don't attack here, unfortunately. No, I have to focus on the Momir. I need to... Sure. Well, I have to attack first because I can regenerate my guy, kill his. I don't really care about this guy. I could probably... I'll regenerate him, it's fine. Have another 2-drop. Holy smokes! Oh, that thing makes elephants. Awesome. Megalanoff, so whenever it blocks a creature... Ow. Okay. So I can't do anything anymore. Damn it. Yeah, take 2 from the flyer. That's fine. I'm gonna have to make some elephants. This... You may tap target creature. Awesome. Whenever it attacks, you may tap target creatures. I'm going to tap that. Then this thing blocks. But at least I've got a way around it. Once I make some elephants. 4/6. Yeah. I'll evolve it once more. Don't want to lose to the clock. Deals 4 damage to something if I wanted to. I can use that later. Yeah, big 8/8, sure. Oh, damn it, wait. I need to play a land first. I wish there was a way to like select all these lands and just go like max X's max or something. Okay, so that deals 3 damage to whatever I want at some point. So kill the flyer. And F6. Force walk, sure. At this point, it's really, I have more creatures than my opponent's style game. So I'm just going to make more guys, pass the turn. Make another elephant. Pass the turn. Calculate in my head how much I need. I've got 1, 2, he's going to be at 14, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 attackers. He has to take at least 7, so he's down to 14, 7. I think I can attack with everything and win here, so I'm just going to do it because I'm running out of time. I'm pretty sure it's fine, it's just... Let's see, creatures controller equal. Pretty sure it's fine to do this. I just can't do the math anymore, so... And I need to win in time. I will tap Megalonov probably. Doesn't matter ultimately. Yes. There's one last ability to use and then we're good. Come on. I hope this math is right. I couldn't count. I just had too little time. It's the last turn I had, so I think it's good because this is going to deal 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17. Yes! It's good. It's good. Takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've won the match. Awesome. And now I gotta win this match. How the hell am I down to 1 minute? Damn it. Okay. I can still win. If I... Oh, no. He unravels the Ether. I don't care. It's not a win quite, but... With Elspeth, I should be able to at least... kill the Reaper, which is very good here. Oh, no. He doesn't have to solve. Oh, damn it. That one turn I needed that Elspeth, and oh no. I attack with Brimaz, he blocks 1, he takes 2. It's not worth it. Damn it. It's so close. So close. Oh, I did not count on that dissolve at all. I just had to hope he didn't have it, to be fair. Oh. Every creature he plays from now on is just going to be a massive burden. Especially that one. Oh, damn it. Cura's okay here. Since Cura forces something from my opponent. I'm not even playing too properly here because I don't have the time. Like I should have definitely left the green, another green untapped. Oh wow, he has a Sphinx on top. Damn it. Oh no, I have a Sphinx on top. Sweet. This can wait a bit. I can't attack. I don't have dictate anymore, so we both have a Sphinx, right? One, two, three. Yeah, he takes free with the attack. You're right, but it doesn't. Maybe I should have attacked, but then he goes to free. Has free blockers to my 4 attackers. So, oh yeah, but once Elspeth is countered, it doesn't matter so much. Sphinx is good here. Actually, just -1 Cura here. See what happens. Play Sphinx. I'm losing this match on time. Unfortunately for me. Yeah. That one's purely my fault, so. Um. Yeah, I mean, I could have attacked with everything, but like not once the Elspeth was countered. I could have maybe attacked the previous turn. That was maybe a mistake. I should have just attacked. I didn't think of dissolve at all. I was like, I don't know like what he could have, but because I'm mulligan to 5 and I had very little like equity to win, and I think I could have won that game if I played better. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if I could have won that game anyways, like by playing Sphinx there. And like time. I think my opponent had the advantage though. I know I want a double Q, but it just can't. Can't. It's not possible. Choose. Well, I don't have a target. I don't have something in my graveyard, so. Oh, I discard any card? Oh, awesome. I didn't realize this was coercion. I thought it was, you know. Yeah, double Qing is not correct in the format. I'm just not learning my lesson. Target creature gets +1/+1 is a pretty powerful ability. Golgari Rodworm, huh? I can definitely upgrade by attacking with this. Okay. I don't mind either way. Like, he blocks, I trade up. He doesn't block. 3/1 first striker for 6. That's pretty... Surprisingly, it's not too bad that it regenerates and gets pumped as well. It's a pretty good attacker, to be fair. This is a 4/4, yeah. He could attack with a 5/4 here. I think it's correct. Yeah, it's definitely correct. Like, I don't have any good blocks here. So here I'm just going to attack with this thing. Because I'm not going to leave it up for regeneration, so... Okay, so he's going to trade a Child of Night, which makes sense. You may... So this is... Sacrifice a forest and this guy fights. That's pretty good, actually. Does it have to be untapped? Probably not. There were some weird cards that like... Oh my gosh. Shivan Hellkite. Probably gonna face the Wrath of the Gorilla. I've got enough here that it's okay to sacrifice a forest and keep the arena. Four-two for a striker. Oh wow. He's going for the like mega block. Which doesn't ultimately matter too much. Oh yeah, because I can't only pump it to 6, so it makes sense. That way he gets a regen shield out of me. That's good play. It's 5-4 for 6. I think this hand's fine. It's got my mana for once. I'm okay with starting with Temple of Mystery here in case I draw Free Splain, but let's see. And green is usually better to start with because you can also draw Carotid. Do I want Cura's Follower? Probably not. Because I have Plains, which is awkward. Vanishing Light for black, yeah, for sure. Wow. That thing... Wow. I could return all green creatures. I guess that's okay. Because the gorilla is going to die soon, so... I should have killed the black guy here. I made a mistake. I could always return all black creatures, but I think I'm better off saying green. Oh no, black is good, yeah, sorry. So now he doesn't have anything and the gorilla is going to fight something. Uh-oh, Agent of Fates. I do have a Banishing Light on top, so it's not too bad. I can just do that. Against the mono black player. Aggro Legionnaire. Yeah, and then just attack for the win with the other guys. There we go. Alright. Back to our Whip of Erebos, huh? Well, that allows Brimaz to be in play unopposed. I'm really surprised. He must be playing mid-range black to play what he just did. What's on top? Carotid is pretty useless right now. I could Banishing Light that. I'll see what he does first. Like, if he goes Great Merchant, I still think it's correct to get rid of the Whip. Since my opponent's taking time, we're going to replay the Momir. Okay, so he heroes down falls the Brimaz, which is awkward, of course. But thankfully, I always have a backup Brimaz. Temple of Mystery. Fleece Mane is interesting. I think I'll keep the Fleece Mane since it's a threat that Mono Black can't deal with if it monstrous. Master of the Feast, huh? That's a Banishing Light candidate. Because then I can also play the Fleece Mane the same turn. Let's play this first because it's free. Bottom. Problem is now that he... Oh, wait, no, sorry. Banishing Light, exile, so it's fine. Bile Blight the Fleece Mane. I don't blame him on that one. Carotid is a good discard candidate to Prognostic Sphinx. I still think I play Elspeth because it's an empty board. Like, he can Heroes Downfall it, but ultimately that means that he's not moving ahead, so I'm okay with that state of affairs if it happens. Elspeth just sits in the middle of the lands for some reason. Discard a card, prevent all damage that we built. No. It's a 1/1 for 2. Okay, so Master of the Feast comes in online, but I'm going to be able to minus Elspeth here. Thoughtseize. He takes the Sphinx. 9. Wait, doesn't he die? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so... Wait a sec. Why did you do that? Okay. Minus Elspeth. Minus Elspeth. There we go. Attack for the win. Pretty sure it's the win. Yeah, there we go. Lethal. It's a bit surprised, but okay, you can Fotsy if that kills you. That's cool. Not sure why you'd do that, but okay. Mono black. We want some set scorpions. We want some unravel ethers. Might want some Arbor Colossus. Might probably want Pin to the Earth. Don't want Prognostic Sphinx. Don't want Dictative Heliod. Don't want Kiora. Actually, with Master of the Feast, he seems like to have a slower version of the deck. So, I'm okay with having less Sedge Scorpions because he seems to have a very slow version of the deck. Maybe I'm wrong, but seems very slow. I can board out a follower probably. Actually, board out a follower. Board out a second follower. Put in a Sedge Scorpion. This seems fun. Oh, Bone Shredder, okay. Oh, wow. He has a 1-1 flyer against my free 1. Unsurprisingly, he pays Echo. Yeah, pin to the ground seems really good against Master of the Feast. This is fine. It's got 2 lands, and he's mulliganed as well. Solid hand. Oh wow, that 1-1 flyer might have been pretty good. So this is a free 2. That will never flip or transform because it's a token, not a double-sided card. Yeah, Pin to the Earth really seems amazing against Master. Top for sure, yeah. I was looking for a land. Or I'm in the market for a land, rather. If he plays Master of the Feast, I think it's correct for me to not do anything and pin it to the Earth. Agent of Fates is a banishing light threat. As it is a threat I should banish in light. Because it's probably the best card against me. Oh, wait. Free. I've had free a lot here, so yeah. He didn't do anything. Yeah, that werewolf is probably the worst because he flips every turn. It's kind of awkward. What do I need? I need Plain Swamp to have a Vindicate on legs. So I literally need to untap. Wow. So if I untap with this guy, I pretty much win. Wow. Wow, turn 4 Snide guy? That's quite late. And I've got a card just for him. Courser of Crufix. The well-matched. Oh well, I don't get value, but I'm okay with that. Mono Black Aggro seems like a really easy matchup for these junk decks. Like, okay, so he's gonna attack me probably. No? Okay, wow. Play Mana Confluence off the top. I'll attack. I could play Brimaz or Arbor Colossus. I like the idea of Brimaz here just to, like, in case something weird happens. I didn't have Unravel. That's a free, right? And this is a 4/4. I guess you can suicide your guy. That's cool. Especially if it costs me nothing. Oh, this is, that's not Corsair Crew Fix. Does a very good impersonation, but not quite. So he's playing Black Devotion and just drawing pure air balls. Uh, I can still play Arbor Colossus this turn, so I don't need to play Elspeth. I'll keep it on top. Yeah, this mono black matchup, like, it's not even black. He's playing Devotion, I guess. Hopefully he's not playing like something silly like War Spheres. That'd be awkward. I won the match because he didn't do anything. So okay, so we're 3-1 in the daily and 1-0 in the Momir and 1-0 up. So not a bad session overall. I think my opponent's tilting, so I'm gonna put card to not listen to him. So with this, I can basically add 2 mana of any one color. So let's see what I can do here. I can play the Swamp, kill his guy, but I can't like untap it as well. So I can just kill his guy, which seems good. Hey Sky, woohoo! Pretty sure I got the Momir locked too. Hellcat Overlord, okay. Take 8. So it's attack for the lethal and we're good. Yeah, I don't think Bug is well matched. I mean, the guy who beat in round 3, I don't know if I lost technically to time, but the match was still going to go on, so. I think he was ahead, though. And I agree, I dislike Bug right now. I just don't think it's the right deck. Personal opinion, you know. I think my opponent is just disconnected. My constructed rating's gone up technically, so I must have been doing something right. There we go. Finally conceded. Huh, I'm facing the guy who like won the last 8-man. Just because we're on stream, I'm gonna play the last game. If he beats me, he beats me. I'm not too fussed. This is more for entertainment value. It's been a while as well. Like, I've won enough packs to make the deck a little better next time, so... Oh, wait. I'm on the right deck. Sorry, there. This deck's sweet. I really like this deck. The Dictative Heliod actually looked really impressive as well. Like, I wonder how Dictative Heliod interacts with Xenagos. Well, anything that makes guys, right? So yeah. By the way, while I play Momir, I'm quite happy to talk about the block format. Especially since it's just one game, I'm open for conversation on it. Um, I like the nickname of that crawl, Gruel Ultimatum. I think it's brilliant. No, I just kept 7 land. It's Momir Basic. So the way Momir Basic works is your deck is full of 60 basic lands. That may seem terrible, but basically you're playing a card called Momir Simic Visionary, which allows you to pay X mana and discard a card to put a random creature card with converted mana cost X. The thing is, that could be any creature that's ever been on MTGO for that converted mana cost. So you just get a random one. So there is strategy in this, but it's a lot more limited. This is more about the basics of creature combat and just basic tenets of strategy. Oh, that'll be limited, I suspect, right? He says he has an awkward draft, so I suspect it was limited. By the way, guys, I usually split, but as I said, I want to play like a finals, but I want to play here just for the sake of it. I don't even know what the prizes are for the 8-mans. I mean, I know there's 2 QPs for the winner, which is a change I really liked last time when I was grinding QPs just before Forget a Force of Will. The QPs here are the prizes for this one are the winner gets an extra. Yeah, we can't split this one actually. Because the prizes are so different in value. Like basically the loser gets one of each pack from the set from Pharos block. Um, Sorry, yeah. So yeah, sorry to get back. The prizes for this are the winner gets like an extra pack of Pharos on Journey and extra qualifier point. The problem is that the Pharos pack is worth like a full ticks and a half less. So it becomes awkward to do the split anyway. So I'm okay with just playing on. Mostly because Pharos packs are worthless right now. I think he's double queuing, so he'd like to split. But yeah, so I really like the Bant deck. I I don't know how good the blue cards were though. Like that's the thing. Is this was just removal. Like the thing that was good about this deck was Fleece Mainline, Brimaz, Courser, Caryatid, uh, and Johnny was okay, but it was a dictate. Like the Sphinx was never really doing anything. The Cura was actually quite good. The Cura was actually one of the main reasons to play the blue version of this deck. But I just felt like I should just be playing Chapin's deck. Just felt like a Chapin deck. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna replay Chapin's deck. I'll save this one first. Load. I think I'm gonna be playing this. Try it out. I'm interested if this is any good. Uh, I may cast aura cards with enchant creature as true they had flash. Yeah, that's 2/2 in Momir. A lot of these creatures have like random abilities that anything that says like instant sorcery or anything else like that is just a vanilla creature usually. Shadow. Oh my god, that thing is insane. At least I have a Dross Crocodile, but I can't even attack because this guy gets pumped. Yeah, I think Johnny's good. I think so. Like, I haven't had a chance to properly try him out. But there's nothing stopping me from playing a Johnny and Chapin's deck, is there? Maybe put the Read the Bones into the sideboard. So have the additional Johnny and take out. I do want to try Dictator of Erebos, but it's probably not. It's probably not that good. It's not a threat, so let's take it out for now. I like that. A Johnny main deck over the Read, yeah. Yeah. So tomorrow, I think I'm going to try this deck tomorrow. It's full of good cards, see? The only changes to Chapin list are the Read the Bones is in the sideboard, and the Banishing Light is as well. So sideboard's been modified a bit. Lost the God's Willing. Yeah, did I summon something useless? Yeah, pretty useless. Can't attack again. Um, I mean, Read the Bones is really good in the matchups where it's good. But I feel like a Johnny is possibly maybe a bit better than it. Because it can also be a threat. I like one of Johnny. I could even see two if Dictate is not as good, but Dictate's been really amazing for me. Like in the two matches I played, it just like completely crushed my opponent. This match is not looking good for me and Momir. That Shadow guy is insane. Plus, I like dudded. I find it interesting the deck only plays 3 Thoughtseize, but I guess that makes sense. I could easily see this deck cutting a Brimaz and playing an extra Thoughtseize main deck. The Brimaz is a really good threat. This is a 3-2 that does something. I can't remember what that something is. Oh, it's a 3-2 flyer that does nothing else. Okay. I like this deck. The more and more I look at this, and the more and more I'm convinced this is a good, like, this is a deck I want to be playing at the GP. Could change a bit, but like Hero is good, but I'm not convinced it's better than Silence and Hero's Downfall. Like not having removal in the Bant deck seems so awkward. It's not been awkward in my matches, thankfully. Like Hero is basically another removal spell. Yeah, Johnny's good. I mean, this deck could play a War Spheres in the sideboard, but you're siding out the Caryatids against those decks, so I don't like it as much. Because the other thing is, you could go and play, what was I going to say? War Spheres, but the problem is, Caryatid is actually the best card to side out against the Buck Control decks. So you just end up playing an 8 mana spell off 25 lands, which usually doesn't really work out for you. You might as well just put pressure. Like, I like adding the Ajani as it just puts pressure. But yeah, it is funny how this card, like, as is probably better than Polukranos. Like, just the hexproof is relevant. Although Polukranos does smash for more damage. Mill 7. Woohoo. This is gonna kill me in like 2 free turns, so. Take 1. Oh, it does creatures as well? Sure. Angel of Salvation. Um, let's see. Do I want to attack with my free 2 is the question. If I do, I'm gonna die, so. Ten, huh? This is really awkward. Like, this 2/2 Shadow guy is just gonna go the distance. And if it does it, the guy who mills me 7 every turn is. Another 5/5 flyer. Yeah, this is like 1 turn thing, I think. Oh, wow. More fat. Uh, I guess I can double block, not that it ends well for me. Like, he's stuck. Yeah. Imperial Archangel, huh? That's a good one. Really hope he kills the serpent. Because that thing's going to kill me very quickly. Okay, it's dead. Cool. So I have outs. Not many, but I have outs. Whereas previously I had very little. 6/6 Trampler's not the end of the world. Can I even attack? Probably not. Now he's summoning 8 drops, he just doesn't care about his free 1, I agree. This isn't lethal because I have the Imperial Archangel. As long as I have the Imperial Archangel, it's not going to be lethal. Okay, another 6/6. At the beginning of each upkeep, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Oh, is that the new commander stuff? It's a 7/7, but that's easily blocked by 2 creatures. Oh, he draws on card every turn. Wow. It's pretty good. Well, it does give me a clock. Oh, Seki's awesome here. Let me think. 1, 2, 3. He has 4 attackers to my 4 blockers, but can I attack with Imperial Archangel here? That's the question. Imperial Archangel attacks. Then I block this on the 7/7. The 3/2 there. The 5/5 blocks the 4/6, and then the Imperial Archangel takes 6. Yeah, that's fine. I have to do something at some point, so. I can't block with Archangel though in that scenario. Sweet. Got my packs in the QP. Oh, that's no good. Although he doesn't have that much life to pay, that's no good because you just pay 1 life to kill a Tombstalker. Oh, the 1 turn. Because this has Shroud, so it could have easily blocked the Spellbound Dragon. Like, I had no problems, but yeah, this is not going to end too well for me, I suspect. Oh, he can just kill the Tombstalker? Does that kill me? That's 8. Yeah, that works, yeah. Unfortunately, that works very well. Yeah, and the Archangel dies, and I'm in trouble. I get to eat 2 guys, but the Archangel's dead. Well, he's at 9 life. I mean, that's not tons. He's at 9, actually. What do I want to do here? Because if I kill this, then... Let's see, I get to eat this guy and get 8 1/1s. And I get to eat the 4/2. Although it has first strike, I might as well just like eat this guy instead. Make sure it dies. Okay, moment of truth. I need a flyer. Like, if I get a flyer, he can't actually activate Kuro anymore, so... Or something with haste might do it, or... Okay. Oh yeah, he's hedging against Crater Hoop Behemoth. I agree with that principle. Not that it actually works, because Crater Hoof still kills him, but anyways, it's worth doing. You gotta just see what the creature is, you know. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, he could just see that and see that, like, he wins. Because I can't, yeah. Because it just gets blocked. Yeah. Kuro's unfortunate. Yep. Okay, he's up one. Okay. Trample, huh? 4-2 here. Island Walk. What does this do again? Oh, wow. I've never seen this. It's pretty good. It's got activated ability, tap a creature. So it's basically removal that he can reuse later, which is really good. Probably should have attacked with a 2-free there, actually. I have hexproof. Wonderful. Yeah, Sand Squid is really good for Momir. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Big hasty dragon coming my way. That's not good. That's a very quick kill. I was about okay until this thing came out. Then I'm jettisoned back, so. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this deck, actually. I think it's going to be very good again. With Dictator Heliod. Oh, there we go. He's finally decided to let me have my turn. What does Gargazol do again? Haste. Oh, wow, yeah. Gargazol's getting tapped. I need to, like, bash in now. Because this thing gives trample, so I may as well smash in with a team. Yeah. Because now I can block that, kind of, yeah, of course. Fly Archangel, wow. That's not good for me. That's another big flyer. I need a miracle. That's not miraculous. Can't even attack now. Actually, I lie. I can attack with a 2-3 because that untaps my flyer. Maybe I'll get lucky. Because I don't think you're going to win the third game in time if I get lucky this one. I am way, way behind, though. And I'm going to assume he plays properly. Yep, so he retaps it. There are a few 8s that can help me from him. Chromium's okay. So, let's see. I can block here for free. And chump here. That's not too bad. That might... Oh, he's just going to untap, tap this, and I'm dead. Yeah, so I can't win. That's fine. He's won. Unfortunately. Yeah, I needed a flyer to even come close. Yeah, well, that's fine. Fair and square. So yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to cut it here. Tomorrow I'm going to play the Patrick Chapin junk deck with a few modifications. A Dictate and a Johnny and some Reaper of the Wild. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let me just update the scoreboard.